everybody? This is Kendrick.
How y'all doing? Christine Free.
Hey, what's good, world? It's Joe Davis, and you are now watching Voice of the People.
Hey, what's good? It's Joe Davis. I am a poet, educator, and cultural architect. I tour nationally at schools, churches, community spaces, performing and leading creative writing and performance workshops. I'm just a lover of creating spaces where people can experience freedom and healing. I would love to stay connected with you and we can build this world together. You can find me on any social media, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, through Joe Davis Poetry. Let's build together, y'all. What's up, everybody? This is Kendrick White, aka K_views11, which you can find me on IG, or The Call, you can find me on Facebook. And The Call is spelled with a K. So I'm an artist, I'm a seminarian, a scholar. I love to read and write. I still go to the gym and work out and things like that, of that nature. I'm in the community organizing with my fellows doing HQ.
How are you all doing? My name is Christine Free. I'm a singer, an author, and a seminarian. And most importantly right now, I love the community today and tomorrow. I'm all about the community. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram on Miss C Free or Christine Free.
Alright, yeah, so our first episode, our first discussion topic is, what are your best practices for healing individually and in community?
Just keep going. Okay.
Yeah.
When I think about best practices for myself individually, one thing that I do definitely love to turn to is meditation. Meditation is something that helps me calm my spirit through practices of breathing. And in those times of meditation, I think about things like abundance, peace, love, prosperity, forgiveness, joy, creativity, compassion, and many different things that I can focus on during that time. And actually, I have done the practices for a very long time to know that those things started to influence my outer world, or I would see them more in my outer world. So that meditation is a huge one for me. Writing, I have a journal, and I write poetry as well. So those are two things, outlets that I go to for healing, to get off what's in my heart or on my mind as well. And I will also say that sports, I love playing basketball, I love running and football. I actually play in the men's league right now, which brings me joy to be able to still do some of the little things that I thought I would be doing in my professional life, being an athlete and not actually doing what I'm doing now while in school. Another beautiful thing that brings my being healing is reading. Knowing for me is such an important thing. Because we grow up in society not knowing who we are or what our purpose is in the world. And, growing up as a black male in a white society, we're not taught in schools the proper knowledge or history of who we truly are, where we truly come from. So getting off into those historical readings and findings, it has helped center my being and understanding what my purpose is in society.
Wow. So what's so beautiful about the three of us is that there are a lot of similarities. We practice a lot of the same things, for lack of a better way of saying it. So for me, meditation is also key, but not just meditation. I'll go back with prayer. Yes, journaling, prayer, and writing. And some may say, "Oh my gosh, she's a little flighty," because when I journal, I write about the sun and the moon and love and light and hope, and writing brings me light and hope. So I'll say prayer is an absolutely healing tool for myself. Praying, becoming centered and one with God. And out of that prayer, out of the prayers, I will steer towards journaling. So I'm a writer, my writings they're vulnerable to me, like they're healing, but I'm very careful who I choose to share our writings with, in terms of spoken words settings or open mic or just whatever. So prayer channels into writing, channels into songs and spoken word pieces. But I also, another healing tool for me is yoga and Pilates. Like when I do yoga, when I'm in childlike pose, I pray to God, and I feel centered when I'm doing yoga and Pilates. And people know that I've gone through a lot with my body, with my voice, and just my body as a whole. So I've had to learn the hard way how to take better care of me, my body, my spirit, and my soul, so that I'm able to bless and give and nurture my children, my community, and the world, even at large. So prayer, yoga, writing, which turns into songs and spoken word pieces, which is absolute healing for myself and for my children. And for all, and also time alone. I'm an extrovert at times on camera, but I'm absolutely an introvert. I need time, like minutes and hours, just to be alone, just to breathe and reflect and meditate. Otherwise, I feel a bit discombobulated. So I absolutely need time to be with myself, alone, with the doors closed, away from the world, just to breathe and do all the things that I just got through saying. So yeah.
Word. Yeah, for me, I think about like what was it in the first place that caused me not to experience healing. I think about being disconnected, like from like my body, being disconnected from the land, and being disconnected from the Creator, from the Most High. So I try to reconnect, try to find ways to reconnect me to my body, and just like y'all said, like finding those movements, right? Whether it be exercise or yoga. Like I love yoga. I don't do it nearly as much as I need to, but when I have done it, it's felt so rejuvenating and refreshing. And like it really just centers me and grabs me, because I feel like it's kind of like that holistic connection of the mind, body, spirit. I'm able to like really become in tune with who I am and how I'm moving in space. And I don't feel disconnected when I tap into those sorts of things. So I really value any type of movement. It doesn't even necessarily need to just be yoga. I know yoga for me has been really beneficial, but then also like dancing or just exercising.
Absolutely.
Like if I'm just grooving, like I feel it, right? Yeah, I just feel freedom, right? I just feel free when I do that. And so that's really powerful for me. And then when it comes back to being connected, not only to my body, but to the land, like I try to be really conscious about what I put into my body. So eating like a plant-based diet, lots of fruits and vegetables, and food that's going to energize me and give me new life and new sources of energy is really powerful. And then staying connected to the Creator, the Most High, I think about prayer and meditation and reading and being in community is a way for me to connect with the divine source as well, because I see the spirit within my siblings, within my brothers and sisters, within my family. That's able to connect me as well. And that's how I find healing, by staying connected. When I don't feel healed is when I'm not connected, but staying close to my roots, staying close to my people, to my community, my ancestors, that's what gives me life. Yeah, so the community.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think with that, I would like to respond.
Yeah.
You know, Christine, when you talked about the moon and the sun and the stars, that's another thing that I thought about is nature.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And how much I go out into those places. You know, we have, like behind my house, we have the Theodore Trail, we have the butterfly bird garden over there, which provides us opportunity to not be so trapped in the cities. And being able to see the sun in new light, see the stars in new light, and things like that. I have a balcony. My room specifically has the balcony, and so looking at the stars from up there, it's like a different energy from when I'm like down below where the light is blocking that sea. But yeah, nature and the stars is definitely something that definitely brings me healing. Just being able to breathe fresh air and those things. And then Joe, when you talked about what are those things that has caused me not to heal or taken me from a healing state of being. That's reading for me the history and knowing what those traumas and anguish that has been passed down from generation to generation. Those are things that I meditate on. I actually do a mantra that is like, I am the violet consuming flame, consuming and transmuting all past and present mistakes, their cause, core, effect, and Akashic records, breaking into those deep lineages of trauma and pain and suffering from the time it started that has been passed down from generation, because we could be dealing with energies within our being that has existed before this lifetime.
From our ancestors.
Yeah, definitely connecting back to source and things. So I appreciate you two sharing those. That stuck out for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I will also respond to what Joe said too, as well as, but you were talking about meditation and yoga, and I was feeling that. But creationism, like, yes, like I said before, and just not just that, but dancing. That's where I was going. Such a release to just dance and gel and jam and feel the music. And I feel like another way for me to heal, I was thinking about that. I don't even care. Like, I've been through so much stuff. Like, I don't care what people say or what they think. I'm going to dance if it's just me on the floor or just me outside at a park. If I'm feeling it, I'm just going to twirl and dance and have fun. But I also feel a sense of healing when I'm on stage blessing. So, along with dancing, if I'm on stage, like blessing, whether it be through worship, that's where I was going. I love to, so I come from the Pentecostal church, raised in a church where my dad was a pastor, into the Lutheran church, and I feel most peace too when I'm on whatever. It don't even got to be on stage. When I'm in front of people, just being able to bless through voice, the gift of voice, and to share my truth and where how God has blessed me. So when I'm like leading worship or singing, whether it's a song that I wrote that I kept hidden in a journal for some time, or it's just a song of my ancestors. I hear the voices of my ancestors crying out through spirituals or gospels or the blues, and when I'm singing, like, oof, my soul and spirit opens up.
I can feel it
and,
too.
You know what I'm talking about?
We're spreading over the whole crowd.
Yeah, so that is absolutely a healing tool for me, and not just for me, but from what I hear, for the community from which I come for, to be able to bless. I don't feel like I'm the greatest singer, but I feel like when I'm in a space where I'm able to bless with this voice that has been through so much and this body that has been through so much, but I'm able to open up and share what God has given me through the story of our ancestors and our elders through song or through spoken word, then that's an absolutely amazing healing tool for myself and for my being and for the community as well. And it will accompany with dancing. I'll be up there dancing, barely can dance, but I'll be twirling, dancing, singing, worshiping, whatever. And I feel like that's that makes me feel like, okay, I can keep going on. I can keep doing this.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's beautiful. Yeah. I know you reminded me, Kendrick, you talking about like some of the energy that we carry in ourselves, some of the woundedness and the trauma may not even be our own. And I think about like intergenerational trauma and how some of the things that I've experienced may have been inherited from a lineage, before me. But I learned recently, I was at a workshop and this sister, it was a workshop with Rachel Martin and Resma Manakin around healing racialized trauma. And the sister said that when I heal myself, I heal my ancestors. I thought that was so powerful. I was like, like when I'm going through these processes and these practices to heal myself, I'm also like healing, breaking those cycles, right? Yeah. So that's my hope. I think that as we develop these best practices, we heal ourselves. We're doing it not only for ourselves, we're doing it for those who came before us and those who are after us, because that means our children and future generations are going to inherit and experience less trauma and less woundedness. And so my hope and my prayer is that I'm able to like be a healing presence in the world that contributes to like the other healing that's already being cultivated. And you named like creating, and as a spoken word artist and musician, as a creator, that's a deep well of like healing for me. Like whenever I'm sharing what I feel I was gifted with, whether it's poetry, whether it's music, whether it's dance, like I feel like was given to me by the ancestors and by the creator. Like I want to share that with other people because it's been a life-giving source for me. I just want to share that with other people. So like just that exchange in and of itself is like something that I think generates healing. And it's really powerful. I think about, we have this woundedness in our bodies that we inherited, but we also inherited like a resilience and a power and a strength. Like we're our ancestors' wildest dreams. Like we wouldn't even be here if not for folks who like fought and who struggled and who knew how to heal, you know what I'm saying? So we have that within our genetic makeup, within the essence, the core of our being as well too. So I try to tap into that. I think art for me is a way for me to access that. Absolutely. When I'm listening, I'm trying to be in tune, and I'm listening to the music, and I'm writing the poetry, and I'm almost like feel like I'm in communication with like the Most High, and with whoever else like my ancestors, my fam, and I'm speaking that into the universe, and so that to me is like the ultimate healing. I think of healing like with the capital H, like we're all trying to get to that together, but when we're in tune to that frequency, then we're all like finding it together.
It's a beautiful thing. That's community.
Yeah, it's
together.
not individual. It's like we gotta do it when one is bound, none are free. So we all gotta figure out our individual roles in the collective. We're one of the collective, really towards that goal. Yeah, that's what's up.
I would say, reflection. I'm trying to think of a word that helps me to go inward. Because it starts here first. The healing starts here first in order for me to offer healing to others. So it starts with me. And I don't know what word that is, but to go inward. Yeah, to go inward. For you all.
Yeah, I would say for me, I want to say love. And when I talk about love, I'm talking about a love that's like a radical, revolutionary, redemptive, transformative love. Because Dr. King said that love is the most powerful force in the universe. Right? Hey, I know we're about to sing a song, but in alignment with what you said, I think that love is like stirred from within, because I think it's a relationship with what is happening in our inner world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is going to come out in the outer world. The outer world is a reflection of what's happening inwardly. And so it's like this relationship, this loop, right? And so when we're cultivating that love within ourselves,
and for ourselves,
that self-compassion, right? And when we're able to look ourselves in the mirror and really be like, I love the person that I am. Like I'm making choices, like conscious, intentional, compassionate choices for myself and for others that I feel good about, that I know that are righteous, I know that are life-giving, then that's going to come out in the outer world. The outer world is a reflection of what's happening inwardly. And so it's like this relationship, this loop, right? And so when we're cultivating that love within ourselves,
and for ourselves,
that self-compassion, right? And when we're able to look ourselves in the mirror and really be like, I love the person that I am. Like I'm making choices, like conscious, intentional, compassionate choices for myself and for others that I feel good about, that I know that are righteous, I know that are life-giving, then that's going to permeate from ourselves into other people around us, into the impact in the world.
Absolutely.
As well. So that starts with us. Then there's a relationship with other people too. That's needed, but it's rooted and grounded in love. For sure.
Yeah, I would say being present, being present in that love, being present in your reflection, being present with yourself in this now. There's no better place that the soul would rather be is in that present state of being. And what is that present state of being for you or for me or anyone else? How do people identify their present state? And that's another thing. You know, are you in a present state of pain and suffering, or are you in a present state of healing and love and light? You know, that
We got a choice, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
discern
You have
those
to sort of
things.
discern those things, and so you know, being present in some form of healing is what I would say.
Word.
It's all wrap up.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, yeah, we would love to hear more about what are your best practices for healing as well. So we would invite you to share those below in the comments. Reach out to us. Let's continue this conversation. If there's something that we said that resonates with you, let us know. If there's something that you're like, oh yeah, I should have talked about this as well, please let us know, because we want this to be something that reflects the community. This is voice of the community.
Yeah.
Until next time, fam. Peace and love.
So until then,
All power to the people. We put a little spin on it though.